And the only way that you do that is you focus, you concentrate. Because we all get a great idea at some point in life. We all get some kind of breakthrough. We all get some kind of experience that changes us, that makes us develop our understanding either of ourselves or of life, period. The only question is, are you going to focus on that? Are you going to develop that? Are you going to concentrate on that idea, on that change, on that development long enough to actually do something about it? That's the only thing that's going to make you different from the other 7 billion people in this world. Did you actually do something about the ideas that were in your head, or did they just stay in your head? Did you actually keep them there when they popped in there, or did they just fly out where they came in? Because when my thoughts came, I concentrated on them. And now they're not just thoughts. I live them every day. I wake up and it almost feels like a dream, except for it's not. Because I'm awake again and I pinch myself and I feel it. Oh no, it's real. It's very real. It's very real. Like 13 months ago, it was a dream when I was in jail and I was thinking about freedom and having money and driving around in a nice car and doing all these things. When I was thinking about the ideas of, oh yeah, it felt like a great idea, but no, that was definitely not my reality, but I knew it was my truth. So the understanding today is, do not concentrate on your reality, concentrate on your truth. Do not look for answers if you're not even asking the right questions. Do not understand anything about life until you understand yourself. And then when you do that, then go understand life. But when you try, you have to concentrate.
You know, I want to speak on a couple of things that you said. So we had a conversation years ago. I think you might have been in high school. And you asked me why didn't some of the things that you had done bother me at that time. And I said to you, I said, because I raised you a certain way. And I knew that eventually a light was going to click off in your head that what you were doing was common and it was beneath you and you had more potential than that. And so when you remember this conversation I'm talking about? When you saw that, you were going to do it to yourself and say, what am I doing? Why am I even doing this? I have more potential than this. This may be my reality, but this is definitely not the truth of who I am. And I said, my job as your parent was, number one, to keep reminding you of who you were, not who you were acting like. Mm-hmm. Because you were acting like
Paid fool.
you were acting like Bobo the Fool. You were doing some foolish things. You were really out there doing some stuff, and I was like, okay, hey, and you knew that I was not agreeing with things that you were doing, and we talked about that. But there was a point, like I said, my job as your parent was to always keep that standard there and say, this is what you should be in terms of your potential. And this is where you should go in terms of your potential. And I'm not talking about you should be in this certain career, or you should be at this certain college. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, here is the limit, which really there isn't one. And here is where you are. So when you get tired, kind of like the Bible says about the prodigal son, when you get tired of the pig pen, okay, let's come on. And we can kill the fatted calf, and we can put the princely robe on you, and you can end up with, a better life. But you're going to have to get tired of the pig pen. And a lot of people don't like that prodigal son story. I've lived that prodigal son story of basically having to let your son go have his pig pen experience, and not going out there looking for him. not going out there saving him, not going out there and getting him out of the slop with the pigs, not doing any of that. Letting him go through the whole gamut of everything until he comes back and says,
I'm full.
yeah, I'm a fool.
I'm
I was
full.
wrong.
Don't want no more, and I'd like to take a dive now.
Yeah. So, and people don't understand. That's what they think it's a nice story in the Bible. No, that's the life that some parents need to live. That's what some parents need to do. Because otherwise, okay, my son is 25, right? There are some parents that have been bailing their kids out for 30 years because they did not let them have a pig pen experience. My son is 25 and he's done with his pig pen experience. He's been there, he's done that. He's still going to make some mistakes, but he's not going to make some of those mistakes again. So it's tough love, and it is love. I told my kids when they were very little, probably the very first thing I told you when you could read and write and understand was what?
I will always love you. That's the one thing I can always remember through everything in my childhood. I know that she always loved us, and there was never a doubt in that. So I knew that there were things that she decided to do. Some of it made sense, some of it didn't. But I knew that it was all out of love. I never questioned that. So I knew that even though I did not like her decision at times, I knew that it probably was best for me. And the only reason I didn't like it is because it wasn't easy. And that's just the truth. I mean, because it was difficult. And so because it was difficult, I didn't like it, but that didn't make it wrong. It just made it difficult. That was it. Because it was actually the most right thing that could have ever been done for me in my particular situation. Me learning from these experiences is the way that I am able to speak to other people and save them from it. People don't like to listen to someone who has never been in their shoes. Everyone knows that one person in the room who loves to talk about things they never done. Nobody likes that person. And then everyone knows that one person in the room that will only talk about things that they actually know about. Everybody loves that guy or that girl. Everybody loves them because they know whatever you get from them is real. Well, nice to meet you. I'm that guy. Whatever you get from me is real. So I gave y'all a piece of my life. I hope that y'all take it. I hope that it does give you some kind of benefit and it does help you. It has definitely done amazing things for me to learn the things that I've learned from my own experiences. So I don't take them for a joke. I know that there are honestly sometimes no such thing as second chances. So honestly, you need to know that now before you try to find out. Because I was on the floor begging for one. I was on the floor bleeding out, begging for one just to find out that I might not get it. And it took literally dying on the operating table to realize, you know what, maybe I should take my life a little bit more serious. Just a little bit. I don't want any of you to have to be in that to realize that life is that serious. I'd much rather you just learn from the guy in the room who was there and just, he can tell you, I was there, I saw it, and yeah, don't go down there. Just don't do it. That's me. I made it back, and I'm just telling you, don't go down there. Learn, and when you do, concentrate so that when you get everything that you need to know understood, you can actually do something with it. Don't just learn if you're not going to utilize the information because then it's useless knowledge. It was no better sitting on a piece